Okay, solve for the variables in the system by graphing. So here's your first system of equations. Y equals x minus 4, then y equals negative x. So that's two equations. So on one side y equals x minus 4, on the other side y equals negative x. Now this is going to be easy because the y is by itself on both sides, so you got your m and b right away. So slope is 1 over 1, the y-int is negative 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from that point we go forward 1, up 1. Okay, and the second equation, m would be negative 1, then I put a plus 0, that's your b. So the slope's negative 1 over 1, y-int is 0. So 0. Then we go forward 1, down 1. Right there. Okay. Alright, so the lines meet. At what point is that? Well, this is the x line, so positive 1, positive 2. And this is the y line, so the negatives are down this way. So negative 1, negative 2. So 2, negative 2. Okay, next one. X minus y equals 2. X plus y equals negative 8. Okay, is the y by itself in either one of those? No, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to blow it up. Okay, let's apply coefficients, plus negative. Okay, that's a negative, that's a switch the signs. Okay, opposite of 1's negative 1, opposite of negative 1's positive 1, opposite of 2's negative 2, so I add 1x. Then I make a 0x and add 1x there. So 1 times y, 0 plus 1 is 1, plus negative 2. Then divide all these by 1, and you come out with 1x plus negative 2. MB. Okay. So slope would be 1 over 1, of course. The y-int here is negative 2. So on the y-axis, we go down negative 1, negative 2. Because positive's up here, negative's this way. Forward 1, up 1. Or up 1, forward 1, it doesn't matter. Okay, now the other one. That's a positive 1, okay? So we are not going to switch the signs. Don't switch. Because we want that 1 to be positive. Why would I switch it? Then it just goes negative. That's what I don't want. So minus 1x, make it 0x and minus 1x there. So we got 1 times y. 0 minus 1's negative 1, then minus 8. Divide by 1. When you divide by 1, it's just going to stay the same. Negative 1x plus negative 8. Okay. Then MB. So slope y-int. So slope's negative 1, y-int's negative 8. Need the 1 under that, so I go down to negative 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's nowhere to go. Don't do that rest of that problem. Okay. It's not a no solution. You just won't be able to see where they cross on the graph. So, because I'm at negative 8, I'm at the end of the road. All right, next one. Sorry about that. So teacher wrote a bad problem. Y equals negative x plus 3, and then y equals x plus 1. This is going to be fairly quick. This problem is. Okay, y is by itself, so I'm going to have my m and b, m, b, m, b. So slope y-ant. So negative 1 over 1, and then plus 3 is the y-intercept, so I really don't need to do much because it's kind of already set up. So down 1, forward 1. Have I ever went backwards? I never have. Okay. You can't point to one instance where I went down. Okay, now on the other one, slope y-ant. So slope's 1 over 1, y-ant's plus 1. Okay, now I go up 1, forward 1, rise over run. Okay. Okay, that's where they're going to cross. Okay, so from the middle, you're forward 1, you're up positive 1, positive 2, so 1, 2. Okay, last problem. X minus y equals 5, 3x plus y equals 3. Okay. And guys, if you clearly can't see the y's by itself, you don't label that MB. If you're trying to put MBs when the y is not by itself, you have no business taking Algebra 2. Okay? Alright, so. Okay, so 1, 1 plus negative, you gotta switch the signs, okay? Negative, positive, negative. So plus 1x, make it 0x and add 1x to that, okay? So 1 times y, and I write x, 0 plus 1 is a 1, plus negative 5. Now divide all these by 1. That's going to be 1x plus negative 5. So MB. Slope's 1 over 1. Negative 5 is the y-intercept. Forward 1, up 1. Okay, there's that. And then in my other equation, okay, you already have the positive 1, okay, I put a 1 in front with the multiplication, so we don't switch there because we already have our positive y term. Okay, so we take out the 3x by minusing it, then I make 0x and minus 3x there. So we got 1 times y. 0 minus 3 is negative 3 plus 3. Now divide all these by 1. Okay, negative 3 divided by 1 is negative 3. 3 divided by 1 is positive 3. So we have our m and b right there. So slope, negative 3 over 1. Y-ant is positive 3. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going forward 1, down 3. Or down 3, forward 1. Okay, I think you know where they're going to cross right there since there's already a point there. And I just label the crossing point. So again, this is the x. You're at 1, 2. This is the y. Okay, you're at -1, -2, -3. So 2, -3.